Hello everybody, it is still Tuesday the 27th of December, and please be aware that this is my second video for today. So I got a comment a few days ago, and now the scripture I know pertaining to that is from the book of Thomas, and it says that the priesthood, they are like dogs lying in the kettle's manger. They don't eat of the food themselves, but they prevent everybody else from eating it. And for the longest time, I thought, why do they not eat of that food themselves? It's because they can't. It doesn't give them what they want. And I want to show you this here, because we cannot have all. And that is what they want. And it's not being given, not to one part. Let me start with David Icke, first of all. I haven't had a go with David Icke for so long, I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. So what he's saying at the moment, running around saying, I am all that ever was. I am all that ever was and ever will be. No, you're not. That is a contradiction. All does not, and here comes, all does not contain definitions. That is why Brahman is still an uncreated. All, Brahman, the field, Ein Sof, whatever. It's still an uncreated. It does not contain definitions. As soon as you get the knowledge out of it and you define it, it is no longer all. And I am is a definition. So I am cannot be all. And that is the problem that they have. I am is not all. So if we talk about the two intentions that I talked about before, God that wants to rule over, the intention that wants to rule over, wants to be in control of everything, wants to know everything, wants to be all, yeah. And then God, the desire to sustain. Yes, to create new, but also to sustain what was. So it's a different way of going forward, whilst caring for what is already there and not just dismissing it and going on regardless. So God that wants to sustain. And that was the knowledge that spoke through Jesus. And you see it in what it did, more than in what he said. And that knowledge, the way that knowledge spread, it's been given to all. Ask. And that is going out of yourself into this field of all knowledge. But ask pertaining to a specific thing that you need right now, either for yourself or to give to somebody else. And again, in the miracles, it's feeding, it's healing, it's whatever is needed to sustain that which exists. So that is given to all, and then every little part works that knowledge. And there was a line in a book, and I don't know which book it came from now, but it stuck with me. I read it years ago, and it stuck with me. And that is, it was either in the book of Thomas or in the Aquarian Gospel, one of the two, where it said, see what is right in front of your nose. See the next step. Don't go out beyond what you know. But what you're looking for is something that should serve you now, either yourself or somebody around you that needs help. And the knowledge that is being given should be serving that situation. And that knowledge is close to home. If you see this field expanding outward, that knowledge is close to home. So if you shot past into all, you've run straight past it. But what happens when you go into all is there is no more form. See, there is no more form. There is nothing specific there anymore, because you're going into the uncreated. out of what you know, which is created, into all possibilities. And then people describe that as there is a light or there is a feeling of love. Well, that is the foundation of all. Again, it is not specific to you. That's for all. So you don't no longer know what is there. You know it when it's close to home, when you don't expand too far. And there you will be given what you need. Ask and you shall be given. That's close to home. And that is their problem. That is specifically their problem. Let's just say that beforehand, the system that would come out of this, if we work this world, if this spiritual reality becomes our reality, we know it as being real. Yeah? We're not just the body, but we extend beyond the body. And there's no duality. It's one. So, if that is known by all, then every little part will do what is in front of its own nose. And by that way, all shall be saved. Yeah? But, and here comes their problem, they want all. And why do they not use the spiritual knowledge? Because the exact same thing happens to them. The further out they expect from themselves, the less they see. Because all is not given to one part. That's why they don't use it. They can't. It doesn't give them anything. So what does God do in the Bible, and what do those that are of his image, the desire to rule over all, to have control over all, what do? They have around them trees of knowledge. Yeah, others that are of the same intention. God created man in his image, those that are of the same intention. And they all receive according to themselves. So there is a lot of knowledge, not because they can go out into all, but they all receive according to themselves. And they all give it to the one, to be used according to his intention, to rule over in this world. And that is the system that we're in. That is the system in this world, and you can see it. It's been worked. Yeah? There's the intention to rule over, and it creates around itself knowledge. It attracts others that have knowledge that will give to the spider in the middle of the web, so to speak. And that is how he gains knowledge of more than himself. Not because he can have it himself. He needs others to be on board. He needs to draw others into his web to give the knowledge to him. And in that, Jesus, again, was Elohim. Because he was given the knowledge and he was given the way, continuously give to one another. But he went to the spider in the middle of the web, to this kingdom where the one shall rule. Because he has got all the knowledge. Not because he's omnipresent and omnipotent. He's not. He's no more than any other of the parts. But he's receiving of all the parts. Because they believe on him, or they think there's something in it for themselves. For whatever reason, they give to him. And that is why the priesthoods are dogs lying in the cattle's manger. Because they want all, and they will not receive all in the spiritual way. And that is how the will to sustain and the will to rule over create two different ways in which this is worked. And right now, Christians, you are in God's kingdom. You are here. Stop looking out there waiting for it to come. It's manifesting all around you. You're there. Enjoy. You will be ruled over by the one. It's manifesting around you. So stop looking out there for it to come. It's not out there. It's all around you. Anyway, that's my second video for today, and I leave it at that. And I'll talk to you again soon. Now, please, If you find this helpful, if you think this is a thinking that should maybe be more widely discussed, I'm not saying it is all, but I would like for people to discuss this point of view, then please share my videos. And if you want to help me, if you're in a position to help me, then please, there's a donate button on my home channel, and it will be greatly appreciated. Anyway, I leave it at that, and talk to you again soon. Bye.